When you think of what makes a Disney classic, many qualities will come to mind. Magic, engaging characters, beautiful animation, fun music. Surely many movies meet these criteria for you. For me, as a young kid, that movie was Peter Pan. For a young boy, it had everything. A main character who just wanted to be a kid, swashbuckling adventure, songs I had memorized, and an incredibly exciting world in Neverland. Disney movies are one of those things that almost all of us have shared. I'd love to talk more at length about Peter Pan one of these days. However, today, I want to rave about a movie that has captivated me, even as an adult, and I find myself falling in love with it more and more with every rewatch. I want to talk about Walt Disney Animation Studios' Sleeping Beauty. Released in 1959, Sleeping Beauty was Walt Disney's 16th animated feature. The film was the costliest feature Disney had put out at the time, and the fact that it underperformed at the box office meant that it was not very financially successful. Despite that, the movie is considered a Disney classic today, and for good reason. Sure, it came with a high price tag, but it shows. This is a movie that wastes not a single second. Every frame is packed with beauty and splendor, every scene so full of heart and magic. I could watch it over and over and fall in love with it every time. Sleeping Beauty tells the story of a young girl named Aurora that is cursed as a baby by the wicked Maleficent, who I want to talk about more in a bit. She is placed into hiding and raised by 3 fairies who seek to prevent Maleficent's curse, which will put her into an endless sleep. The story in this movie is tight and effective. Each scene propels the story further. Even the slower scenes, such as this interaction between King Stefan and Hubert, are infused with humor and charm that grab your attention. The tension in the story builds and builds until it is resolved in an absolutely riveting climax, one that will grip your attention for every frame. Speaking of attention grabbing, the visuals in Sleeping Beauty are second to none and absolutely arresting. Each and every background could be framed and hung in a museum. The film features a distinct art style based on medieval tapestries, with sharper angles used in both the characters and backgrounds. It's a unique and truly timeless art style that is beautiful to me, and always will be. Every character is bright, colorful, and distinct. Even the 3 good fairies, who all share a similar aesthetic, are easily distinguished from one another. From visuals alone, this film has not aged a day, and one could never even tell that it turned 60 this year. One thing I love to point out when talking about this movie is how it handles its main character, or should I say, main characters. Although the title refers to Aurora, the main characters truly are the 3 good fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. This is an aspect to the film I've always liked, where the Disney princess more or less takes a backseat to the others. It was a smart choice too, because the 3 fairies are so lovable and charming. Their personalities play off each other so well, and they consistently drive the story forward.
2 eggs, fold in gently. Fold? Oh well. I can't read. It looks awful.
That's because it's on you, dear.
If we're on the topic of characters, I would be remiss if I failed to mention Sleeping Beauty's antagonist, Maleficent. It's no surprise why she is considered one of the best Disney villains of all time. In one moment, her speech can be slow and calculated, giving her an air of dignity and refinement.
the princess shall indeed grow in grace and beauty, beloved by all who know her.
In the next, she's unleashing fury and sending chills up your spine.
Now shall you deal with me, O prince, and all the powers of hell!
The result is an antagonist with such a powerful presence that it is no wonder she calls herself the mistress of all evil. This is a film that I could talk about for hours, but I will spare you and make it brief. Those who know me know that I could be a stickler when it comes to movies, especially animation. It is an art medium I love and cherish, and I simply want a movie to be the best that it can be. So I do not speak lightly when I say that Sleeping Beauty is, to me, a perfect film. Not just amongst animation, but any genre of film. With a great cast of characters, unparalleled visuals, wonderful music, and an effective story, this is a film that will continue to stand the test of time. Not all Disney movies can say that. There isn't a thing about it I would change. I urge you, immerse yourself in this masterpiece of film and animation if you haven't already. The magic of Sleeping Beauty will not disappoint.